vegana presence. The environment, and environmental problems. Programmed by John Ferguson Aditi. Learning objectives. After learning this unit, you should be able to A. Explain the meaning of environment and the components of the environment. B. Describe the types and causes of environmental degradation. C. Explain the effects of environmental degradation. D. Suggest ways by which the environment can be protected. The meaning and components of the environment.
What is environment?
The term environment refers to our social and physical surroundings. The environment simply means everything around us. When you look around yourself, you can see a lot of things. You can see the road, trees, houses, grasses, the air, water, land, living things, buildings, smoke, etc. All these things you see around you are parts of your environment. In general, we say the environment is made up of all that we see, we smell and feel around us. It is also made up of the trees, roads, houses, bushes, rivers, mountains and many other things. It even includes the air around us, the gutters, and the heaped refuse. The environment is made up of natural and man-made things.
What are the components of the environment?
The components of the environment includes the air from trees, the land from dead leaves, weathered rocks, the seas and water bodies, especially from spring water, drainage features, the relief features, mountains and valleys, climate, vegetation and other mineral resources. It is finally clear to us now that the term environment is referring to our social and physical surroundings. It consists of the things surrounding us. These things are living or non-living things. For example, air, water, land, living organisms, buildings, etc. These together constitute the physical environment. Types of environment.
Name the types of environment we have.
There are two types of environment. 1. Social environment. 2. Physical environment.
What is physical environment?
The physical environment is the surrounding within which man, animals and plants live. The components of the physical environment includes the seas, plants life, soil, animal life, climate, buildings, air, water, land, living organisms, etc.
What is social environment?
The social environment is the kind of climate or interpersonal relationship that exists in a given community, that tends to harmonize what the people say and do. The social environment is made up of people. It includes man's cultural, religious, political beliefs, attitudes, family groups, community and man's role in a society.
What is the relationship between the physical and social environment?
The physical environment contains all life-sustaining resources, but the social environment is responsible for how people in a given community relate to one another. Note, both the physical and social environment affect each other. How we think, dress, eat and behave depend on the environment in which we find ourselves, social environment. In general, the type of environment which people have in their area affects their lives. It affects the type of farming they do, it also affects the type of food they eat. For example, people living in the mangrove vegetation zone are usually fishermen. Those who live in the savanna zone also rear animals and birds. We get many useful things from the environment of our local areas. We use the trees and the grass for making many things. The environment of our country is very important and needs very good care. A clean environment is essential for a healthy living. Most of the problems of the physical environment, such as air, water and soil pollution, are caused by man's effort to adjust his environment to suit his requirements, or use it for his benefits. The social and the physical environment are vital for the continued existence of humanity. Both types of environment depends on each other. As the saying goes, the last tree dies, the last man dies. Water is life. People must be made aware of the gradual degradation of the physical environment. This is a serious threat to the social environment. We all need to fight against this threat. Environmental degradation.
What is environmental degradation?
Environmental degradation is the gradual destruction, or reduction of the quality and quantity of the things around us, by natural or human activities.
What are some of the factors which degrade the environment?
The factors which degrade the environment include water, air and soil pollution, bushfires and deforestation. Improper drainage and poor sanitation are no exception in the degradation process. Most of these problems are caused by man's effort to adjust his environment to suit his requirements, or use it for his benefits. Environmental degradation therefore occurs through the negative activities which destroy the environment.
What are the three main types of environmental degradation?
1. Air pollution. 2. Water pollution. 3. Land degradation. Air pollution.
What is air pollution?
Air pollution is the state whereby the atmosphere is made impure. Tema and Accra are typical examples due to heavy concentration of industrial activities.
What are the possible causes of air pollution?
There are three main sources or causes by which air may be polluted. 1. Harmful gases from factories or waste from industry. 2. Smoke from the exhaust pipes of vehicles and kerosene stove. 3. Bush burning or the smoke from burning. 4. Destruction of trees that provide oxygen. 5. Dust in the air through construction and other activities. 6. Bad odor from decomposed animals. Harmful gases from factories, or waste from industry. The air is polluted by waste from industry. This is because a lot of waste gases, dust and heat from these industries often enter the surrounding atmosphere and pollute the air. One good example of such industry is the factory of Volton Aluminium Company, Valco, at Tema. The waste gases, dust and heat from Valco pollute the air. Smoke from the exhaust pipes of vehicles and kerosene stove. Cars emit smoke which pollute the air. Apart from the fumes from vehicles, especially old cars, the smoke from kerosene stove also causes air pollution. Bush burning, or smoke from burning. The air can be polluted by the smoke from burning firewood and the vegetation. Cigarette smoking also causes air pollution. Destruction of trees that provide oxygen. destruction of trees, that provides oxygen for the air leads to air pollution. This is so because when the trees are destroyed, nothing will be left to provide the oxygen for the air. What will be left is only carbon dioxide and other gases, which are very poisonous for human body and other living things in the environment. Dust in the air through construction and other activities. The dust that is blown into the air, as a result of either mining activities, movement of vehicles, on untarred roads or construction of roads causes air pollution. Bad odor from decomposed animals. Bad odor from dead animals, gutters, refuse dumps, etc. pollute the air. The smell from peat latrines, and rotten dead animals, and choked gutters, therefore cause air pollution.
What are the effects of air pollution?
1. Air pollution causes respiratory diseases, lung cancer, asthma and tuberculosis, TB. 2. Air pollution causes skin diseases. 3. Destruction of the vegetation. 4. Destruction of the ozone layer. 5. Rising temperatures and heat. 6. Poor visibility.
How does the air pollution cause respiratory diseases?
When the air is polluted by destroying the trees that provide oxygen, the air will be left with only carbon dioxide, which is poisonous to human. When people inhale this carbon dioxide, dust, and other polluted air, it can lead to the breakdown of the natural defense system of the respiratory organ, causing asthma, lung cancer, TB, etc.
How does the air pollution cause skin diseases?
When the atmosphere is heavily polluted with chemicals. The chemicals mixed with rainwater and the gases which dissolve in the water, may turn the rainwater to be acidic. These acidic rain can cause skin rashes and skin cancer.
How does the air pollution destroy the vegetation?
The release of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere pollute the clouds, resulting in the formation of acidic rain, which destroy the vegetation. This acidic rain destroys plants and animals' life. A building that is surrounded by heavily polluted air for many years may undergo chemical changes. The surface of the exposed material may be affected by the chemicals in the air, causing the metals to rust and wear away.
How does air pollution destroy the ozone layer?
Air pollution leads to the destruction of the ozone layer, by the release of harmful gases into the atmosphere. This is why there is a serious threat of climate change in the world today.
How does air pollution affect visibility?
Dust and smoke in the atmosphere results in poor visibility for motorists and pilots, as well as for other road users, in the environment.
Give some methods of controlling air pollution.
1. Education on the adverse effects of air pollution. People must be educated on the dangers of air pollution such as respiratory disease, skin diseases, destruction of the vegetation etc. 2. Banning the use and importation of old, and overaged cars. Vehicles which give out a lot of smoke from their exhaust pipes should be banned from using the roads. The government must also ban the importation of overaged, or too old cars into the country. 3. Education on minimizing the production of certain gases. There must be public education to minimize the production of certain gases, such as byproduct of certain industrial activity, for example chlorofluorocarbon, carbon monoxide from car exhaust, the burning of sulfur in smelting gold in mining areas. 4. Controlling the establishment of industries. We must discourage the building of certain factories near residential areas. This is so because the setting up of such industries near residential areas can cause great harm to life. 5. Encouraging the use of LP gas instead of firewood. Smoke from burning firewood pollute the air, so we must educate the public on the use of clean fuel. For example, LP gas instead of firewood. The government must make LP gas affordable to all. 6. Banning cigarette smoking at public places. Cigarette smoke pollutes the air. Smoke is dangerous not only to the smoker but also to the people around. Therefore, a ban on cigarette smoking will help control air pollution. Water pollution.
What is water pollution?
Water pollution is the contamination of water by foreign matter such as damping oil, fecal matter, chemicals, refuse, etc. into water bodies, making them become impure. Rainfall, the seas, lakes, rivers, streams and wells are the main sources of water. Water is important to all living things including man. It is important for domestic, industrial and agricultural purposes.
What are the possible causes of water pollution?
1. The discharge of industrial chemicals into water bodies. 2. Poor fishing methods such as the use of poisonous chemicals. 3. The spilling of oil into water bodies which kill the living things like fish. 4. The use of streams and rivers as public places of convenience. 5. Domestic animals drinking from sources of drinking water. 6. The washing and bathing in and around water bodies. 7. Dumping of solid and liquid waste into water bodies. 8. Dredging. 9. Seepage.
How does the discharge of industrial chemicals into water bodies cause water pollution?
Wastes and dirty liquids from industries such as textile factories, breweries, etc. discharged into rivers, lakes, seas or streams contain dangerous chemicals.
How do poor fishing methods cause water pollution?
Some fisher folks use poisonous chemicals such as dichlordiphényl trichloroethane, DDT, basket and dynamites in fishing, which in turn cause water pollution.
How does oil spillage cause water pollution?
When ships carrying oil develop leakages, the oil then leaks into the sea. The spilling of oil or petroleum products into water bodies causes water pollution, kill the living things like fish.
How do the use of streams and rivers as public places of convenience pollute water?
In some communities people use the seas, streams and rivers as public conveniences, where they also dump night soil, or excreta. This practice contaminates the water for people who use the same water for drinking.
How do domestic animals drinking from sources of drinking water cause water pollution?
Animals grazing, drinking and walking into water bodies which people drink, allows dirt and germs that are harmful to human health to enter the water, hence contaminating the water.
How do washing and bathing in and around water bodies cause water pollution?
In many rural communities where people use the same water for bathing, washing clothes and for drinking, dirt and germs that are harmful to human health enter the water, causing water pollution. Dredging.
How does dredging pollute water?
Dredging, or panning of alluvial minerals, is a term used in mining of gold or diamond. In this, chemicals such as mercury and cyanide, which are used to wash the minerals, are thrown into water bodies. These chemicals are poisonous and very harmful to human health.
How does seepage pollute water bodies?
The use of agrochemicals, fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides and the likes pollutes both surface and underground water. Excessive use of fertilizer makes underground water acidic. Effects of water pollution.
What are the effects of water pollution?
1. Water pollution results in the spread of waterborne diseases. When water is polluted, it results into the spread of waterborne diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, guinea worm, and dysentery. 2. Destruction of fishes and other aquatic plants and animals. When fishes and other aquatic plants and animals drink the water that is polluted, they may die. This is because the polluted water may contain poisonous chemicals, which are harmful to them. 3. Makes the water muddy and impure for use. Disposal of wastes into water bodies allows germs and dirt that are harmful to human health to enter the water. Dredging, panning, bathing, etc. make the water muddy, impure and unsafe for use. Four. High cost of treatment of polluted water. When water is muddy or polluted, it needs to be treated to make it clean for use. It is very expensive for the water and sewerage company to treat and make it safe for human consumption. 5. Fish caught in polluted water is unwholesome. Fish caught in polluted water are harmful to those who eat them. This is because the fish died by drinking poisonous water. This makes its meat also poisonous for human consumption. 6. Drying up of water bodies. When water bodies or rivers are heavily polluted as a result of waste disposal, the rivers may dry gradually. Ways to control water pollution.
What measures are used to control water pollution?
1. Education on water pollution prevention. 2. Legislation against water pollution. 3. Recycling of solid and liquid waste. 4. Encouraging proper disposal of domestic wastes. 5. Encouraging proper disposal of industrial wastes. 6. Fishermen should use appropriate fishing methods. Causes of land degradation.
What causes land degradation?
Land degrades through 1. Overgrazing. 2. Mining or quarrying or improper mining activities, such as galamsey operation. 3. Sand winning or collection of sand for construction and other activities. 4. Improper, excessive or wrong use of fertilizers, which may reduce quality of the land. 5. Logging or destruction of the vegetation for timber. 6. Improper layout of towns or urbanization. Development of towns and cities for settlements also destroys the forest. 7. Bushfires. This makes the land lose its fertility, since the plants and nutrients are burnt by the fire. 8. Bad farming practices. Bush fallowing and shifting cultivation encourage deforestation, hence destroying the land.